Bienvenido, welcome. I'm your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. You know, I love starting every single day, doing my dailies. I'll get up early, I'll work a little bit, I'll spend time with my family, and then I make breakfast. At least breakfast for myself. That's what I did like today. Sometimes I'll make breakfast for everybody, but most of the time I would say like probably say like 90, no, 80%. 80% of the time I'll make breakfast just for myself just because everyone else is still asleep when I make breakfast. And then after that, I get to hang out with you guys, which is always a highlight for me. You know, but how are you guys doing? I'm going to ask for, I want to see those 3 emojis, okay? I want to see 3 emojis describing how your day has been, maybe something you're really excited about, and then I want to try to guess. I want to try to guess what it is. And you don't even have to tell me what it is. Like, you don't even have to tell me if I got it, like if I get it wrong. You don't have to tell me what it is. And if you watch the stream later on, you're more than able to play along. You could drop it in the comments, and I'd love to try to guess. So sorry. Let's say hello, Great Atlas. Thank you for coming. OG Mr. Ghost, Miss Cloud Chica, and Ripper Gamer. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Hey, I got great news. Ooh, what's the news? What is the news, OG Mr. No, actually, before tell me, I want to see the 3 emojis as the news, and I want to try to guess. Let's see. 5 pencil phone. I'm gonna guess the game. Do you have wait? So you're working on the game, right? That's what I'm guessing. Because it looks like a phone, but I'm guessing it's the game. So I'm guessing you're working on the game, and it's like, no, oh, it's not. Oh, then what is that? I know Ripper. I see Ripper. You're walking, and there's like a tree. What is that? What is that? Walking in a tree? Like, what? You going for like a nature walk? I'm way off. Not even close. Oh, then I don't know. 5 pencil. And it looks like a phone. It looks like a phone on my end. But I was guessing it's a game. It's not a game, then you're saying. 5 pencil phone. It's a surprise. Oh, okay. Then it's a surprise. Ah, okay. But not even close. All right. Going to the vacation. Oh, that's what it is. Because I was like, it looks like a little tree on my end. But okay, so you're going on vacation. Oh, very cool. Nice. And like somewhere you've already been? Is it like one of those things like, oh, it's like a thing we always do all the time? Or is it like a new place for you? You don't have to tell me the place. I don't want you to like to dox yourself or anything like that. Just saying like maybe you're like, oh, I've never been here. I'm really excited. Or it's like, oh, I've been a bunch and I love it. You'll see when I get 100 subs on my second channel. Oh, okay. See my cousins. Oh, nice. I mean, hopefully it's a nice thing. Are these like cousins that you like? Because I could definitely think of that with like some family members. It's like, yeah, I love these family members, and other ones like could care less if I saw them or not. You know what I mean? But I'm assuming since you're bringing it up, you're probably more excited about it than dreading it. If not, you'd be like, oh no, I'm miserable. You put like a sad face. I'm at 88. Ooh, nice. That's actually pretty good. On the other one, the extra, right? On OG Mr. Goes Extra. That's where you have the 88. And you have a bunch on this one, right? Yeah. What do you have? Like, what is your number right now? I'm going to do like a quick look. What is it? Open. You're at 3,172. That's no, 3,720. That's your number. Okay, no, that's awesome. Congrats. Hey, I feel like, let me see. I'm like looking at it. Recently, I feel like you haven't gone as many. I feel like you had like 3,000 like really quickly. But like looking at it, because you haven't done a video in a while. Now that I look at it, Project Red, that was like 3 months ago. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like looking, I was like, wait, why don't you have? Oh, okay. Because you did like you haven't been doing as many videos. Videos do really well though. You know what I mean? It is one of those things I've noticed like for like just for views, probably just shorts. Shorts are usually the best thing. But then like if you actually want like new subs and stuff, you'd probably want to do videos. At least that's from what I've seen. This stuff is like engagement, doing like streams. It's wonderful for engagement, to talk to people and hang out. But like for realistically, if you want to build like a channel, I would probably say it's like a good thing to keep people around, but not to get new people. Getting engagement like this is a little harder. You're saying on my channel is, no, it's not going down. It's not going down. I'm just saying you kind of like stopped. You had a bunch out of nowhere, because I remember you got a bunch out of nowhere, but then I'm saying like you haven't done any videos to get more people. These you did mention before you wanted more people. That's what I'm saying. If you want to get more people, then I suggest doing more videos, because videos are usually the thing that gets shared around a little bit, a little easier to share around compared to like shorts are very easy for views, but from what I've noticed, you don't really get too many. I have something cooking. Oh, okay. I'm excited for that. Ripperoo. I have finished 4 episodes for my show. Oh, nice. That's actually really good then. Wait, have you already put any? I don't think I've seen any of your show. Subscribe. Am I not? How am I not? I thought I'm with the other channel. That's why. Oh, you don't have anything yet. That's fine. But no, so you're like, how many are you doing? Like, are you like doing a multiple already ready? Because I know that's a good thing a lot of people do. I've seen some people, they're like, oh, I'll have like 5 things ready, and then I'll drop them in, like boom, boom, boom. And then it's like have like a bunch ahead. I know there's one YouTuber that I follow. He says he usually has like 7 videos just chilling, in the bank. He has like 7 videos ahead. Another, oh wow, that's a lot of videos. But he said like it's just better that way, just like in case he's like anything happens, he just has that leeway. I'm like, okay. I was like, that's not bad. Only do 1 week. Okay. Okay, yeah. Like, so you're saying like you're gonna have like, wait, is it like you're saying like once a week you'd have the episodes, or would you have it one like for a week you want to have like 7 episodes, like one every day? Because I know some people do that too. That's actually not bad for like a little bump. Some people do that. I have 1 video ready and 9 shorts. Oh, nice. Man, I've been like so busy. So I'm not right now. I want to, I actually did record. I have like a few shorts recorded, but I haven't had the time to actually edit them. I'll see when I could do that soon. Hopefully very soon. But either way, let's jump into the doodle. Right? This is a continuation of the one we were doing last time. This one was suggested by Abstract. This was Digital Circus. We're doing Pommy and Jax. So Pommy is like an insect, like multi-limb. Technically not an insect. So it's like multi-limb character, and then Jax is like a fish. He's based off a fish body. And we are still continuing. I'm still playing around how I want to tackle this art style, because I feel like last time, I think the one I did like the way I did with Melanoy, but I'm not a huge fan of the rendering I did for Dread Pop. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it looked okay. Like, it looked fine, but like after I looked at it, I was like, that's not really a style I want for Oryx. Because that's like the thing. I'm trying to figure out a style for my game, for the art in my game. That's kind of why I'm like doing this fun stuff with you guys. You guys suggest it, I drop it in. Oh, sorry, I don't want to sneeze on like my mic or anything. I call the backup because when school starts, I want to have time make videos. Oh yeah, true. You have school soon, right? So that is like one of those things you're gonna want to have to like lock that in. We'll see. I've been thinking about Bingo's gonna be starting school too, like very soon. I finished with the thumbnail for 4 episodes and 5 episodes. I will cook it. Oh, nice. That sounds like really fun. So what, is it like a surprise, or are you okay with like sharing a little bit about your show, Ripper? Because I do like, it's one of those things, I feel like creative people, they always have like a bunch of ideas, right? That's like one of those things. I remember I was talking to somebody, they're like, oh, like ideas, like And it's like, okay, I feel like everybody has ideas. It's one of those things. I'm getting stuff ready. Nice. I imagine you must be super excited. All right, let's jump in. Well, I let you guys obviously talk to me. Sharing quick updates. Yeah. Like I'm saying, like if you want, you could share a little bit. Like I said, I feel like creative people always have tons of different ideas. It's like one of those things. It's like obviously my main project is Ori's, but if you look at my notes, I have like probably because I like to filter them, right? I'll filter from like I'll literally do like I want and I need, right? Like, want, need is like these are like the ones I'm doing for sure. Like this is what I need to do. What I like is like, okay, these are fun ideas. And then what I need, like I want, it's like I want to do this. You know, the like is like the level 1, then 2, 3. 3 is like I'm doing this. I'll share one thing. Sure, go for it. All right, so like let's jump in. I'm like looking at it. There we go. So this is where we were. And oh, you know what? Would it be too cluttered? I'm like looking at this now. Should I play with adding this? Do I want to add that to? I was like thinking about it right now because she does have like the little rings on the end, and I was thinking, should I add those? Because that could be interesting visually. It wouldn't be a lot. It's just like right here. Does that? It kind of looks okay. I'm not hating it. Right? I'm like looking at it. I kind of don't hate it. So I think I'm going to leave that. I am going to leave the little rings on the ends. On the ends of her, like where her shoulder bits, I guess, kind of are. Yeah, I think I like that. I like that. We're going to do it. And oh, that is one thing I just remembered. I wanted to do last time I noticed because the coloring on my Wacom is a little different from the actual like on other screens. So it's good to have multiple references of color and lighting. So I should probably do that, the one over here off to the side. Yeah, okay, that's so much better for me. Now I can look over here. You guys can't see it. Well, I guess I can show you. See? I put it over here just so I can see like a different lighting. So I have that one, and then I have the one in the bottom over here. So I'm drawing over here, and then I have this one so I can see what I'm drawing. I think it's just better. No, I'm like trying to position myself. Right here? Yeah. Okay. That's actually one thing. I kind of wish I had the camera slightly farther away. That was actually one of those things I was thinking about the other day. Could I do that? I might play with that tomorrow. Okay. Can you look at the Discord? Yes, of course I can. I have it up. Discord. Don't say. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, this looks really good. I like it. Wait. Oh, you gave him like a nice texture. I like the texture that you did on the hair. And then, oh, okay. I like, that's creepy. Like a cool creepy. I like it. That's so fun. See, I want to do more stuff with my mascot, you know, with Oni Boi. I want to bring him back when I can, you know, but I want to do it more like in videos. He wouldn't be in the streams, but I want him for sure in the videos. He would be there. But I like it. I liked it. I like it for sure. Okay, I'm gonna actually react to it. Where is the reaction? I like them. But that's cool. No, so I'm gonna do this, right? Do like this. And then let's do the red. He's like, I'm trying to cover the black a little bit. There we go. And I can look it over here. Like I said, I can look over here to the side, and it looks good. It looks good to me. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, it looks good. And then obviously with the later layer, we'll start doing the highlights and stuff. Right now, we're still in the flats. Still laying down some flats for this Pommy Ori. There we go. Yeah, I think this is looking really nice. And I feel like this style is working for what I want. The first photo will have more photos soon. Oh, I mean, I imagine. I imagine. It looks good though. Not even joking. You are actually doing really good. I'm just like alternating between them. There we go. Right. Make sure. I'm like looking at it off to the side. No, actually, I'm gonna go back. I actually think it looked better before. Right? Like now I looked at it. But I think I have to like go like slightly smaller, like a smaller brush. Let's do this. Like it's so zoomed in. It's kind of funny. Oh, that's another thing. I should probably. I was like thinking, should I do a background just like to have it? Maybe even smaller. Wow, number 3. Because I'm going like detailed in this point. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a background just for like just so I could like have it separate. Like 9. Oh, okay. Hey, Flopix, welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna throw down this one. Let's make like a big brush. This is too big. There we go. Wow. I'm just like throwing it down. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done purple. I should do like a different color that we're not using even. Like green. There we go. Green's a good color. I feel like green, we're not going to use green. So green just works for now. Yeah, that works. That works wonderfully. We don't need to worry about it. Like I just want to have like some variety in it, the background. This is not going to be like, we're not going to leave this background, but I just want to have it just so like it's separate visually. You know what I mean? So you do like this, just blend it a little bit. There we go. Okay. That is wonderful. We can go back. OG Mr. Ghost, I found something that's funny. What's funny? What's so funny? Where'd you find? Scratch. 10? Yeah. It's like so small. It's so small compared to everything else. It's fine. Let's grab this color. There we go. It's funny, like this style. I feel like, you know, I could do. I was like thinking about it now. I didn't even need to go into covering everything so much. I could just go into like this. Oh, but then like I still have these holes, so I still have to cover it. Oh, you know what I could do? I was just thinking about it right now. I could just grab this color. Oops. Go underneath everything. Oops, no, I don't like that. It looks so messy. Maybe grab that. Right, I'm just kind of like filling in all of this space. That is actually something I should probably do in the future, because I think that's what it is, right? I'm trying to get like a process right down with this. I'm trying to get like a solid process of how I'm going to do this. So it might be better if I start with like a base underneath the line art and then start painting over everything. That might be a better process for doing this. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the direction from now on. Because like I said, I'm trying to get down a process for this. Yeah. And then... That is not what I meant. Where did it not combine? There you go. Oh no, I combined the wrong one. That's the issue. There we go. Combine those. That's what I wanted. OG Mr. Ghost, I posted some stuff on Reddit and they went up to over 100K videos. Wow. Okay, wow. Big TF2 YouTubers that have 100 been making shorts about them. Lol. Oh, that's so funny. Really? I'd never used Reddit. I should. I have a Reddit. Like I know, I went on Reddit, right? But I never use it. I feel like it's one of those things I'm so like out of the loop. I know people use it, especially in the gaming space, but I never do. It's one of those things I'm like, oh man, I'm such like a tourist, right? A hobby tourist. Because I'm not like in the actual spaces that other people hang out in. Let's see. I mean, it took me forever just to use Discord. I like a bunch of my friends that were using Discord before me. They don't respond to my comments, but yeah. Oh, okay. They don't respond. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to like let them respond. You know what I mean? It is one of those things where you also have to remember when it's like those numbers. You see those huge numbers, a lot difficult. It's a little difficult for people to respond. Or that's why I was saying, like, remember you asked me, you're like, oh, what are you gonna do when you have over 100 people in your streams and stuff like that? It's like, well, I'd probably respond to the people on Discord. We would try to go into that. Never tried Reddit personally. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know I went into Reddit like before, but I just never used it. They got over 200 views off of them and only 1K bots is okay. Yeah, that's not that bad. I never used Reddit in my life. Yeah, but I'm saying it is in the gaming space. It is very popular. I know it is. I know it's like extremely popular for people who like games and stuff. I'm gonna make this lighter. Yeah. I'm just like looking through it. Let's do, oh, wrong one. That was not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, the bottom for sure. I need to fix this. You know, like this bottom part is not okay. There we go. And then we could do this. There we go. And look at that. And then I think this one, I want to change some stuff on that one. I will send them to you. Yeah, of course. Please do. Like, it is one of those things I should try to get more involved in those spaces. Because I know that is like a popular area to be for this kind of stuff. For gaming and etc. There you go. Hey, I like this. Oh no, wait. What should I do for that? I'm like looking at this one. So this one, like that. There we go. And let's do like a little bit, close this in. Nice. Okay. I think we got the flats down. I'm like looking at her. I think Pomni is locked in. Right? And then like after this will be actually the add-on stuff. So I think she's locked in for now. So let's go into the main man over here, Jax. So I think for Jax, was it really this color that I picked? I guess it is. It is that color. Okay. Bro, they got 1 million views off my Reddit post. That's a good, wait, which one? Are you talking about the TF2 stuff, right? Because those are pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, those are really funny. I do really like them. Hey Atlas, I did see you were in here in the beginning, but then I guess you left. You were in here before the stream started. I saw that. I was like, hey, Atlas is here. And then when we started, I was like, well, I guess Atlas left. It's fine. Let's do this. Which one? I'm like looking at them. I need to name these. You know what I mean? Like I want to name them. Yeah, let's do it. Because I left the names that I got when I grabbed them. But I'm looking at them. They're not very distinctive. Like they're not easy to know the names, like what they are. Let's see. Post from OG Mr. Ghost. Let's see. Oh, okay. This one. That's a good amount. I like it's good yet. Oh, I've seen this one. I've read this one. I've seen this, and then yours. No. Yeah, I've seen this post. Like I've seen that comic for sure. I've read that comic before. I don't know if like I saw it when you posted it, but I know for sure I've seen that. Is it old? You know what I mean? I feel like that's an old one. I've seen it. A YouTube video of it. Yeah, I think I've seen this. Oh, so you did what's that called? A repost? Is that what it is? Yeah, but I've seen this. I've for sure I've seen that. I was like, I've seen that joke about the different languages thing. It's good though. It is like it's a good one. Atlas, bro, I got ganged up by 3 men of wars, which are level 75 ships when I can barely beat level 30s. In what game? What game were you playing? What game were you playing that you got gung up on? It's like this, like that. There we go. Okay, I'm actually really like this. Oh well, I'll lock it in a moment. JK, yeah, I was gonna say like I've seen that. I'm copyright to that. No, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen that comic. I've seen that like before, like a while ago. That looks like old. But like I do have like some ideas I want to do for some things, you know what I mean? Like for my Oris, I want to do some stuff. I just haven't had the time to, and I had to like lock in some on work and stuff lately. But we'll see. We'll see when I could lock in with the Oris. Boom, 60. There we go. Hey, it's looking good. I feel like it's looking good. This is like a fun one. What underneath? Yeah, I'm like looking at it. I want to go underneath it for now. And there we go. I don't want it to be clean though. Like it's funny, like I do and I don't. I want it to look a little painterly still. I'm gonna like zoom in a little bit on this one. See, look, this one doesn't look right to me. You see it there? It's like, oh, I guess I'm too off to the side. I almost forget, like what I see is not what you guys see. Yeah, well, the thing I send it to you doesn't working will be better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, I can't wait when I could do mine, when I could have people making comics and little memes about my Oris. Oh my god, I'm gonna love it. I was literally writing the other day. I was writing a mission, like a major mission, because I mentioned before, right? In my game, there's gonna be, when you play the game, there's going to be multiple major missions, but when you play it, it's like randomized, right? Like, so I have written down about, I want to have like 20 major missions. So it's like 20 major missions. But when you play a game, like a playthrough, you only get 5 of the 20. And it's like completely randomized. And I was doing like, okay, one of them is going to be like a main one that like so I was thinking like there could be, I haven't decided exactly how it is, but I want a boss or like a specific boss in the game. I want every time someone plays, the boss is going to be there. But I'm thinking there could be like different missions with the boss. So I might have like 3 or 4 missions with the boss, you know? So I have like 3 or 4 missions with that boss, but like you get randomized which it is, if it's in the beginning, if it's in the end, if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, which one, you know? Yeah, what I think is, oh no. I can't wait to get merged with the Oris. I need money for that, but I will see. There's Oris I really like. Yeah, oh, thank you. By the way, my sister bought me a Volcarona plush. Really? For your birthday? Oh, that's awesome. I actually love Volcarona. Is it my favorite bug type? It might be. It actually might be my favorite bug type. I think it's usually, I'm not a huge fan of the bug type because like the idea of a ginormous bug is a little offsetting. You know, it's like, oh, a giant bug that big, that would be terrifying. Like bugs are neat. Like I don't mind bugs. They don't bother me. But the idea of thinking of a giant, like a humongous bug is like, oh my, that would be terrifying to see in real life. I need to buy it because maybe I will come. I know. I mean, the other stuff does. Now I know though, like I'm pretty sure it was because of the name. Right now I can't, but when I can, Mr. Ghost, I would actually want to do it again. I'm pretty sure it's because of the name. Over here, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the address, it doesn't matter. It's fine. But I think it was because it was another country. It was because of the name. It didn't let me. Because it was a different country. And like I feel like they should have just sent it back to me if they were not able, but like, I think it's a stuck. It's a stuck forever. You know what I mean? It's a stuck somewhere like forever. I think it's somewhere in New York, which I'm not even in New York. I was like, okay, whatever. I had to call about that, see if I could at least have them send it to me. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so send it back. Should never come to Australia then. We got nothing but big bugs. No, but I'm saying like the size of Pokemon, Jazzy. You know what I mean? Have you seen like how big, like imagine, like realistically, imagine a moth bigger than a person. That's kind of insane. I know you're saying there are giant bugs in Australia and like other countries too. They're like, I don't know if you've seen like camel spiders. Camel spiders are humongous. Those, but it's still not, you're not going to ride it like a dog. You know, it's not like a dog size. That's too big. You know, it's not like which one is it? Which is a giant spider? The goofy ones, Spinops. That dude is huge. He's larger than most children. That would be terrifying. I feel like in most cases, I think it's just because we're not used to it. When you really think about it, you look at it like, whoa. Well, I will wait until you make a plushie. Oh my God. It's funny because like, that is insane. Big bugs never look safe, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, I don't know about that. I named it Corona. Wait, why? Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, that's not the best name for the bug. There's no glasses, so I have to drink water from a mug. Oh, I mean, I love mugs. I have one over here. I mean, I'm already finished with this one. This was my my mushroom beverage. It says, so it's funny because it's like a mushroom coffee, kind of, not really. It has caffeine in it, like a little bit. If you look at it in the ingredients, it does have a little bit, but it doesn't call itself coffee. It is a mushroom beverage, it says. Thinking about beverage, I should drink water. One moment. I know, I mean, like, I did look into it, Mr. Ghost, about the plushes. I can't do them right now, but I do want to, and there's like, I might be able to do, well, I'll see. I'm going to like try my best to do it because I want to have plushies. I think they'll be really cool. And they're like, you just have to have like a certain amount of bulk. Also, I ordered something from eBay and it'll come in 4 days. Ooh, what'd you order? Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. The letter? Oh, I don't even remember at this point. I don't know. I did like a hand-drawn doodle. I know that for sure. I did like 2 hand-drawn doodles, one for you, one for Soul. I did for both of you guys, right? And it was like a thank you. It was like a doodle I did with like a marker, you know, on top of the keychains and other things. I could have like, I'll show you. I'm like, wait. I have stuff. Oh, here's like some stuff. I'll show you like some examples of some. I have like stuff here, like a couple of random things I have, like with me. So like little stickers. Where is it? See more stickers. I put like all that kind of stuff in there. What else? Oh, this thing. I had this. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this. So it's like a little thing I made for next time I go to an event. And you rip it open, and inside there's like a little coin, like a coin. Um, I don't know if I want to rip it right now. I don't really want to rip it because it like I figured out how to do it, right? This is hand done. I had to do it by hand. Actually, no, I will rip it. So the way it works, you go like this, and you rip it from the top, right? You rip it, and then there's like a little coin inside. See, it's like a little Jamito coin. You know, and I have a bunch of the coins. I have like, I've actually adjusted. I want to redo the rules for it, but it's just like stuff. I'm like, oh, it's stuff that's in the back burner. It's not important right now. You can buy the coins. A few people did. It is like a little pack. I do have, like, people can order some. A few people have ordered the coins already. He will never know until he gets his actual letter. I know, right? You like it, right? But I want to do it a little differently. I think it looks fine, but at the same time, it doesn't look very professional, you know? All right, let's continue drawing. I kind of like diverged into like other stuff. There we go. But yeah, it's like a little coin game that I invented that would go along with the Oris. This is like a little, like, it's a prototype, right? A little prototype. But I have ideas. I adjusted it because the rules before. So I spoke with someone about them. They said it sounded really cool, but as like a mobile game, not as a physical game, because it's just too complicated to keep chat. Go up and chat. Let's see. Fun fact, I tricked Soul. I gave him random stickers and letter by me. Oh, that's funny. A little mean, but funny. All right, let's do this. And do that. And do this. I know, I'm like, right now, I'm just like, kind of like working on this guy. For sure, we will finish today. I'm like looking at only been 30 minutes, which is good. I usually do about like 2 hours, and we've already almost done the flats, so I think we're good. We're good today. Like yesterday, I could have like, well, also I was like taking so long to get started, you know? It took me a long time to get started yesterday, just because we were like kind of like figuring stuff out. What was I gonna draw? I was looking up the abstract thing that Abstract actually mentioned, which is really funny. Abstract was like, you should look up abstract jacks, and I was looking for it, and I was like, that doesn't even look like jacks. It's not like, it wasn't, there's nothing wrong with it, just wasn't interesting. Just because like it doesn't look like him, it just looked like an octopus, and I was like, that's kind of boring. The letter said, hi, I'm Oni Boi, the hobby tourist. Thank you for being a fan. Happy unboxing. Oh, that is very sweet. I sent a picture of Corona. Oh, let me see. Where'd you put it? In the... You put in the gaming? Oh, okay. By the way, this is my go. No. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. See, I have... Mine's called... I do have one. Her name is Vivi. And she is like, she was the one I used for my eggs, right? So whenever I would have eggs, because she had the warm body, so I would just have her, which is cool though that you have that. But yours is shiny. Mine is not shiny. That is actually really cute though. She has a rash nature and strong-willed. I like it. Mine was a cloud watcher. I had the mark. I was not shiny, but it did have a mark. And it said cloud watcher. And I was like, oh, I love that, because I totally imagined her, because I always had her with the eggs. So I'd have her with the eggs, and then I would have, it's like, I imagined her just like watching the clouds, like hanging out. And I was like, that's so cute. Yeah, it's turned 1 year old soon. Oh, nice. Actually, mine's going to be old. Now that I think about it, I didn't even think about that. Like, because I got her during my first playthrough, I feel, of Scarlet. So it's been a while. When did Scarlet come out again? Like, I feel like it's been a bit. Right? I feel like it's been a bit since Scarlet came out. So I've had her for a quick minute. Let's do this. No, I didn't like that. That line, that last, like I looked at it, I was like, eh. There we go. Like last year was when I actually started shiny hunting. Oh, remember that game with Jason, the horror one? Jason. Oh, I don't know. I don't like follow horror stuff, so I have no clue. Till last year, summer, I only had 2 shinies. Jason and DVD is more popular. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really follow creepy stuff. You know, and so like I probably have seen it. I might have seen it. I just don't recognize it. Because like obviously I've seen like creepy characters. Like, oh, that looks like a creepy character from a game or something. But since I don't play them, I don't follow them. You know, it's never been my aesthetic. Like when I was younger, I guess I did like it. Like I said, I would play what's that called? Resident Evil and stuff like that. Play like Doom. I remember playing Doom as a kid. It's so funny. Like stuff like that. But like, as I got older, I don't know. I just fell out of. Oh, you know which one I remember playing a lot as a kid? Nightmare Creatures. And I don't know if any of you guys played on the N64 years ago. Obviously, N64 classic. Nightmare Creatures. I used to love that game. And one of the things I loved about it, after you beat the game, you were able to unlock the Nightmare Creatures and you were able to play the game again, but as the creatures instead of as the hunter. I remember that. Man, that brought me back now that I thought about it. Like I said, I used to like creepy a little bit. I used to like creepy stuff. All right, let's see. Jason and Dude is more popular. Dead by Daylight. Oh, I remember Dead by Daylight. I never played it, but I know of it. You know what I mean? I do know of it. I've never played it though. I know it's like a very, very popular game. Like one of those like scary survival games that people play. They're like, oh no, we have to run around, and like the people like scream when they play it, which is like, that's neat. Not my thing, but you know, to each their own. If you want to go around screaming, that's cool. There we go. It's just funny thinking about, like, now I think about it, it's funny how that works, right? How you could be like so into something at one age, and then later you're like, I'm kind of done with this, and you're like burnt out. I think that's what it is. You get like burnt out from it. My first horror game I played was Slender Man and Granny. I don't even know. I know Slender Man, but I don't know about Granny. What's Granny? What's that deal? Is it just like a old, like a creepy old lady or something? Oh my god, I just remembered. There was, okay, so it's kind of funny. I remember when I was like, I think I'm like in high school, right? Because I always loved games. And I remember in high school making a game document of like an idea for a game. And it was like a creepy, scary game where like you were a witch hunter. And like one of the things in the game is you'd have to find the witch. You'd have to try to find the witch. But then like you'd have to like avoid the familiars. The familiars were like werewolves and other things like that. My mate just got me back, and I haven't played in 5 years. After it came, I remembered why I stopped playing. Oh, this is boring. Yeah, it happens, Jazzy. That's just like, I could see that. You're just like, oh yeah, I remember this game. Then you play it, you're like, oh, I remember why I stopped playing. This game is boring. Happens. Sometimes the only reason it's fun is because you play with friends. I've done that before too, where it's like, oh, I love this game. Then you play it without your friends. You're like, wow, this game's terrible. You know, you're like, why did I like this game? It's like, this game is not as good as I thought. There you go, right? I'm like looking at him, like he's looking fun. Let's do. Actually, his teeth are not even gonna be this color. They're gonna be like the yellow color we were using earlier. He's got them that yellow teeth. This. There we go. Anyways, gotta go. Yeah, have a wonderful day. Oh, Granny is a zombie grandma chasing you. That sounds hilarious, Ripper. I don't imagine that being super terrifying. An old lady like zombie, because like old people in general they'd be slow, and a zombie would be even slower. So that doesn't sound very like, oh, that's terrifying. Like, it sounds so like, I guess it could be. It could be scary. It could be. This doesn't sound super creepy. I'm like looking at it. Should I think I should switch to this brush. Right? Let's do that. But no, like, you know what I mean? Like I could imagine someone creeping out by that. Yeah, let's do like this. There we go. All right. Not like it's one of those things with this brush. These brushes, like, I do like them, but at the same time, there's moments like, oh, come on, I just want a thick, like a thick color. I don't want this wateriness. Sometimes it's like too watery for me. In real life, you gauge it just by yourself, like how much ink you have on the brush, which is it would be nice if you could simulate that more so, right? That'd actually be really cool now that I think about it. If you could simulate how much paint was on your brush, that'd be cool. But that's like way more complicated than it needs to be for something like this. Is like, no, it's already pretty impressive that it could like pretend to be paint. I think it is, at least. When I look at it, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I'm like looking at some spots, and like there's some areas I do not like. Like, no, that looks really bad. Like this. And then I know like over here, mainly in his hand, is the part where I'm looking at this part over here. This part. I gotta like press into it just so it knows. It's like, okay, I want this nice and thick. There, erase a little bit of that. Just like a little bit, right? I'm trying to like carve into it. Let's do this. There we go. Yeah. I like looking at it. I'm like, yeah, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, I like looking at over here. See, now let's start fixing up the ears. The ears are the same thing. They look a little too watery in some areas, which I said I don't mind where it blends, but I want it to blend not so much on the flats. I want it to blend with the shadows, which see, that's the thing. I'm like trying to figure out what order I'm doing these things, you know? So I might go with like the G brush for the flats, and then just go full on coloring, you know, like just like doing like the what's it called, the colors, you know, the lighting and all that stuff with the other brush. Because I'm looking at it, it might look better, right? What do you guys think? Because I'm looking at it, I'm like thinking about it now. It might be a little better. You were trying to find a new drawing project. Yeah, no. That's what I have been doing. That's what I've been doing. Because I'm trying to, like, if you notice in the one we did before, right? I was trying to do the gouache style, but with a G pen, and I was like, I don't like that. I like the messiness of the gouache. I like how it looks, you know, I like this. And then I want to incorporate, you know, like kind of like this into it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get this, like this flow for it. So I'm like, obviously this is like I'm messing around with it. So I'm getting like this flow for it. And then we could do like a lighter version. Like more like a white, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get like this like direction for it, for like to look fun. Because I'm trying to get like something unique for when I draw my Oris. That's what I want. That's what I've been doing this for. And then I'm looking at this. Yeah. You can move this above. Oh, wait, actually, no, hold up. Not yet. I want to use the teeth. We're going to use the yellow, right? Yeah, right. So the teeth, actually, are the eyes? They're also yellow. Okay, I'm okay with that. It's going to be interesting. Like visually, I was like thinking about it. Because like nothing, I'm not against the anime style. I love the anime style and I'm still going to use it. But I want it like whenever I do an art piece, like, oh, I'm going to do an art piece for my game Oris. I was like, I wanted to have like a signature look, which I'm like, okay, I think the gouache style, I like the gouache style, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do it where it looks natural for me. So I'm just like thinking like, okay, should I do like a mix, like a blend? Should I even do the line art? You know, like, should I just like leave it sketchy? That's another way, because a lot of people, when you actually do a traditional gouache, you wouldn't do it. You know, you would just go, I guess like this, right? You would just go in pencil. You know, you go in pencil or whatever. You do like a little doodle. It's all like really messy, etc. And then you just like paint over it. You know, you obviously like erase some stuff. You know, and then you just go over it. I'm just like, I know, you're like, what is he doing? I'm just doing like a quick example of what I mean, where you just go over stuff. Here, I'll grab like this, I guess. But yeah, you just like go over it. You know, and like you just like start painting on it on top. And I was thinking like, what would that even look like? This is like terrible. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Where you like just paint over it. All you see is colors blending together. No, yeah, like it is. There's like a lot to it. Like acrylic and watercolor. Because like gouache, if you're curious, gouache is like a weird blend between watercolor and acrylic. I don't know if you've ever tried either of those. Where watercolor is very much like it's transparent. You know, you just go over it and you'd see everything underneath. Where acrylic would just cover it completely. And then like gouache is like this weird, like I said, it's one of those consistencies where it's like acrylic but more watery. And if you paint over it, you can kind of remove it, what's underneath. It's very interesting to play with. I've played with it before in real life, in like art school. But it is like when you look at it, it has like a unique look to it. Ever done paper and colored crayon? Yeah, no, yeah. Ever done it? Yeah, I've definitely done it. You've only done it? I mean, it's just like there's different things. I have pastels. Pastels are fun too. Pastels are like chunky though. Whenever you draw, they're kind of like, imagine crayons, right? But when you do it, it's almost like a chalk. I don't know if you ever played with chalk. But like, imagine like a crayon mixed with chalk, and it's kind of oily, which is really, like I said, it's weird. It has a weird consistency to it. Yeah, so it's like the fun thing, and they look different. They definitely look different. I had a friend of mine who loved using oils, and he liked it because he could leave it like really chunky. You know, he'd like kind of like almost like a palette knife onto it. He'd use the brush, but he'd like go like kind of thick on it. It's interesting. Like I said, it's interesting how different mediums will encourage different art styles. And that's why I've been using, I was looking at different Cuban artists and stuff like that. He's like, obviously my game is heavily inspired by Caribbean, but mainly Cuban. Cuban is like the main focus because, you know, it's my culture. And I was looking at it, I was like, well, there's actually a lot of paintings that are gouache. And I was like, okay, that actually, I could do with that. Like I played with it before and it does look really nice. It looks interesting. So going in that direction, I feel works really well. And then eventually when I have people help me out and stuff, which oh my God, this is gonna be so nice to do that. When I do that, I'll have like an art direction for them. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go like the squash style, which I saw. Because like obviously the 3D art you have seen, it's not like the finished versions. Okay, I saw someone did a 3D. They had a oh my God, what is it called? Not a filter. It's not a filter. I'm thinking it's like they had a particular way of rendering that it made look like a painting, and I was like, oh, you know, that project always sounds great. Oh, thank you. I mean, I like I said, I want when I know when it gets like moving and I have like people helping me out and stuff like that. Oh, it's gonna be it. I want it to be big. I want a lot of stuff going on. You know, it just like it's gonna be one of those that I think a lot of people are gonna like it. I have a good feeling about this, that people are gonna like it and they're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't want to do the black eyes, just if you're wondering. I feel like black eyes on this character is just not gonna read well. And I think the color of his pants being the eyes is really nice. But yeah, I think the project is gonna be really nice when I get that going. I'm like, oh, I just realized. Had I not do the feet, it's embarrassing. Or the fin, the last fin. Let's do that. So someone asked me if I would sell Oris. I was like, not like sell, but I do want, obviously I want to get a publisher. That's kind of selling it. Because I feel like people don't understand, like when you get a publisher, you are selling part of it. It stops being 100% yours. I've spoken to other people about when they sold their stuff, you know, like when they got their publishers, and like they had like mixed feelings about it. But I feel like it's one of those things, unless if you're doing it as 100% a hobby, like you don't want it as a work, then you need to have a publisher. That's just, you can't do everything. It's impossible. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is like a big thing. That's what I'm like, because I've worked in advertising a long time. So I do know that it's like a big part of it. Publishers, that's like their big part of what publishers do. They get the word moving. They get you connections with streamers and like other stuff like that. It just, you have to find, I think that's like the big thing. A lot of people don't realize this. That when you're doing this, it is, if you want to do this as like a career, you want to make a game, you want to do a show, whatever, right? You need to find a publisher that's aligned with you, like what you want to do. You know, you can't be like, oh, I don't get along with the publisher because this and that. I was like, well, did you even look into the publisher, what their direction is? Like, what do they do? Do they sell a lot of merch? Do they mainly do like shows afterwards? You know what I mean? And I think that's one of those things like people don't realize. Like, oh, because I've heard other people like, oh, I don't like this publisher that we have. They don't really help us the way we want. That's another thing. When you do the deal, you have to see what they offer. You know, just money alone is not good enough. Not really. For example, like I said, I've spoken to people. I'm not gonna say what names, right? But when they got published, it's like, yeah, we got some funding. That's about it though. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer. It's like, yeah, they mainly work with indies, and then like they just help with that a little bit. I think they said like once they did get them like a, what was it called? Like an interview. And I was like, okay, that's neat. Like with like a YouTuber. And I was like, that's cool. It's like, yeah, but like other than that, they didn't like do much. And I was like, that's a bummer. That is like a huge bummer, especially from the position of like me. I've worked in advertisement, and I'm like, that's not a good, they're not doing what they need to do. Like, yes, obviously you want the funding, but you want other stuff too. You need the connections, you need the movement, you need this plan of how to get this business moving. You know, sounds very complex, not easy. No, it's not. It's not like a lot of, I think that's the other thing with indies. A lot of indie sell it. No, that's not it. There's a lot to it. There's a lot because it's a business. It is a business. And that is like my end, not my end goal, but like my big goal. My big goal is to eventually become my own publishing company. I'd want Ori's, and then like from there, if it does really well, I could just like launch it into a publishing company and publish other smaller games, including my own, obviously. I'd want to actually have a publishing house, publishing studio. Yeah. I'm like, but like that's like the goal for what I want to do with Delirium. And this. All right, yeah, like let's combine these two. Because like stuff like that, I would love to be able to do like these nice like talking head videos where I'm talking to like indie developers. They're like, hey, you know, like this is the game you're working on. You know, like can you give us a little bit like what's going on? What's the direction of your game? What are you doing? Who is this for? Because that's another one. A lot of people, I feel like they don't get. A lot of people, they're like, oh, I'm making this game for me. You know, they're like, oh, this game's for me. You shouldn't make a game for you. Because the people who make games are usually not the people who play games. You know, they're not. At least you got stuff figured out. No, I mean, like I have a good concept of what I need to do. You know, it's just like for me, it's a lot to get stuff moving. It's because like there's a lot of pieces. It's a lot. There's a lot to it. But no, like I said, when you design a game, at least from what I understand, you don't want to make it for yourself. You never do. You want to make it for someone else. If it's like maybe you as a kid, right? Or someone else. But if you're making it for yourself, it's not a good idea. Because I'd say like the people who actually make games are closer. How would I say it? Okay, so for example, a popular game, right? You say Fortnite. Fortnite's pretty popular. The people, the people who are actually playing Fortnite would probably not make Fortnite. You know what I mean? The people who are making Fortnite are more likely to have like a train set. You understand? Like if you know what I mean? They're like the people who are playing with train sets at home. They're not they're not playing Fortnite as much. Like yeah, they'll play it, but it's not like their hobby. If you get what I mean. Like if you're designing something, you can't design it for you. You have to design it for someone who's actually gonna like, they're like, oh, this is my obsession. I'm obsessed with Fortnite. I'm gonna play it all the time. Yeah, you're not gonna design that. That's usually not how it works. You could like maybe there's obviously exceptions, but I feel like that doesn't really work that way. But, ooh, I'm actually really liking this. What do you guys think? I think the flats look really good. I think this is like but I think I will change up how I do the flats. I know I'm like switching back and forth. I'm like looking at it like I like this. Yeah, I think I like this. Okay, let's go into the shadows. Let's do the shadows. So I'm like, should I do overlay? I want to play. Let's see how that looks first. How does this look? I'm like looking at it like visually. Maybe not. Maybe let's go like a different color, like a darker one. I'm like looking at it. I think that's okay, right? It's like what I'm doing. I'm trying to compare to all the colors. Okay. So let's do like a quick thing like this. We're kind of like we're gonna like semi outline it. I just want to like get where it is, like where everything is. So like this. Oops, I did not mean to do that. We're gonna leave that. There we go. Hey, okay, like this. Yeah, I'm like looking at it. And actually, which one is it? I'm like, I want to like play with them. Which is this one? Oh, this is like this is like a good, I feel like this one's like good for certain areas. That's like I should have named them. I really should have named them different things. There we go. And what about this one? No, that's not. That's like oil. That's my oil brush. Wait, what is this one? Okay, so this one is like this. Hold up. I'm still like playing with it. So like this one's like this. This one is like that. So this one's like more blendy. This one's like a lot more blendy than this one. Because like this one can blend, but I feel like it's really soft. Like it, I don't know. There's like they are very different when you play with them. Same with this one. They just feel different, and I'm trying to figure out which one is best for certain situations. Also, do I want, I'm like looking at this, right? Like this, I could play with this concept. And well, obviously I do want to separate the teeth a little bit. Do I like that one? I'm like looking at it. I'm like, it's like not like disliking it. Obviously I do want to blend that more, which we'll probably do in a moment, like I'm doing right now. So I'll probably switch between them all the more I look at it. Right? Hey, I'm like, let's do this. And here we go. Kind of like blending in that. Go into this. Like looking at it. I think it looks interesting, right? I don't know. I'm gonna like go back. I have to like figure out which of them I like the most. I kind of like this one too. It looks a little more scribbly than the other ones. I'm seeing like which is the direction I'm going with. Like this one first. Is that what it is? Because that could be nice, where I do this one first and then I go into the other ones. You know? Like this one could be like what I do in the beginning, and then I jump into the other ones like this. Right? Actually, no, the opposite. Because the lighting. Oh man. Yeah, like that's what I'm like trying to figure out what. You know what I could trying to think. Oh, you know what I could do? Start with the lighting first. You know, just so I can get how much lighting I want on this. So I could do that. Oh no, what am I doing? So I'm not like worried about time because I still have like an hour of what I normally do. You know, we're already doing the lighting. Usually the lighting is like the stuff that I do. Like this stuff is usually the part that's the fastest for me. So kind of like this. Let's do. No, it's too thin. I want to go like this, right? Like looking at it. Like I like it, but at the same time, I feel like it's like too messy. Maybe I'll go in like this one. I think this is the brush. I think this is like the best brush for like in general. Because I don't like switching around brushes as much. Yeah, I'm like this. I think this one's the best one. And I'll just like have like certain areas like a little stronger. I think this is it. I think this is the brush I'm going with. So you get to see me figure out what I'm doing. You're like, what is it doing? It's figuring it out. All right, this. And then we could do like this one. I think that, yeah, that works for me. I think this is going to work. Yeah, I think this is okay. And then we'll do like little spots of the like little more lighting than others. There we go. Yeah, I'm like looking at it. Like obviously I'm still playing with this, but I think that looks kind of cool, like visually. Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is it. All right, this is the direction I'm going with. So I'm doing a light, like a very light pass in certain areas, and then I'm doing a little more on other areas. I think that's the best way. This one I think we need to like add a little bit around it. Because it's almost like I want multiple tones, you know? Since I'm not blending, I'm not trying to like do the anime blend that I was doing before. I'm trying to do more of like a gradual, like they look different. These colors looked very different from another. Which is what the direction I'm going with now. Which I probably will add other colors too. Like white. Like one of these. I like that actually. Visually, that looked cool. Is that even change anything? Like when I put it over here? Not really. It changed it on the other part, but not so much the others. I'll see. I'll see how I use this. I'll add that in. Actually, in some areas it looks good. Especially like these. I think that looks interesting in those areas. I'm going to go back to the yellow I was using. So let's do this. Do like a 30. If you're curious, like the 30 is just the size. Doing like this. Just a little bit, right? Okay, yeah. Add a little bit in there. Then we go like a little bit more on these little areas. A little tiny bit of there. Obviously, a lot of these areas are going to be dark. That's why I'm not going too far into them. This one, I also want that little light. And then we could do the light on this hand. I think it'd be because the light from me coming from behind. Like that. Yeah, okay. And then, okay, so one thing I'm not sure, like now that I'm looking at her, looking at Pomni, would she be covered in shadow from him? Or should he be more like off to the side? She's kind of like looking up. So maybe the light should be still shining on her. So let's do that. I'm going to keep the light on her. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, should I have it where it's like just on her or not? Oh, I like this actually. I'm actually really liking this weird blend that I gave it. Of having the line art underneath. Okay, let's do like this. She's got this color. Yeah, do like this also as well. Like a nice little blend on these, you know. And then we'll continue blending it over here. I'll make it like a little bigger just because I want it to blend the whole face. And then we'll just highlight a little bit more in certain areas. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. And do the same over here. Do like that. Kind of like blocking it out because that's what we're doing. I'm not trying to go, we're not trying to like blend how I was doing before. Kind of like blocking out little sections. And same with this, so do like that. Then we can block out the arms. I think the arms are gonna be really interesting visually. Just because like they do have these, oh, I think it's too much, right? I guess I gave it too much. Let's go back. I went like too deep into the colors. All right, like that. Yeah, okay, I think like that a little bit. And then we could do a little bit, like kind of bring it back into not as bright. And then we do the same over here. Oh, okay, so I got it. I think we could do like this, where I give like little highlights, and then I could just bring it around. That actually might be the way I do it. See, like, so I'm doing like a highlight and then I'm pulling it back. It's like a little dab. I'm like almost like dabbing it. See, like a little dab, and then I bring it out. See, I'm like pulling it back. And that actually looks really cool. You know, I'm kind of liking that. And then we could do a little bit of light, like a little bit of like a rim light. We will do the colored rim light that I like doing. I always do it. And we could do I want lighting? Probably will. We'll do like a little bit of here. And oh yeah, I think that's gonna be the technique that we're gonna be using. So I'll do like one, a little more pressure, and then pull it back. Yeah, I think that's gonna work for what I'm thinking. And then like now let's do what we were doing before. So can I do the opposite? That's what I'm thinking. Does it work the opposite way? For like the shadows. So do like a bunch of shadows. It's like this. And then I'm thinking we could pull it back. Same way we did before. Right? Like this. Does that work visually? Kind of. I'm kind of not like, I don't like dislike it. You know? When I look at it, I'm like, it doesn't look bad. I think I am like kind of like building it up more. I do like want to get like these shapes a little better. And then we would do another shape because I want to kind of like the lights correct, like going a little bit over it. So we are like building it up. Yeah, right? There we go. I think it looks interesting when I look at it like this. Looks good so far. Yeah, thank you. I mean, like, I think it's looking pretty neat. Probably like this. I do like, I'm like leaving a little bit like the shadow on the nose area. Do like that. We could go, oh, okay. Because I do want it kind of like pulling in. The shadows are pulling in a little bit. And we could pull this back a little bit. There you go. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this style that we're going with. You know, I'm like kind of like figuring it out as we go. Let's do bigger, and then we could do this. Pull it again. Yeah, it's like a very much like a, I drop it and then I pull it back. So that's like the kind of the direction we're going with this. Make it smaller here. Just because I want it a little bit of like a contrast here. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go back into this one just because I was looking at it and I kind of want to mess with this one a little bit more. There we go. And then go back into the dark. The dog. Right? Oh, okay. Yeah. This looks, I feel like it looks distinct enough. What do you guys think? I'm like looking at it and I feel like if you saw this, you're like, oh, okay, what is this? You know what I mean? Like if you saw it many times and you'd be like, you know what it is. It was, oh, this is an Ori. These are one of these Oris. I've seen them before. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember, like Sugimori, for example. Whenever you see Sugimori style, you're like, oh, that's a Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like everyone like who knows Pokemon, like, oh, that's a Pokemon. That's a Sugimori art. I've seen those, the original Sugimoris. Where I know now it's like they've changed their art style. But still, when you see a Sugimori art style, you're like, oh, that looks like a Pokemon. It's like very distinctive. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, I really like this actually. And it's funny because I haven't even used the other brushes. I've only been using the one. I don't know what it's called. It's in Japanese. I wish I knew Japanese. If I did, I would tell you. But I don't know. Let's do this. obviously this will also be like this. Pull it back. Yeah, I like this. Then we're gonna do a little bit more on the fin as well. I'm gonna pull it back. So there we go. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just like putting it down and pulling it back. And I think it looks really cool. Visually, at least, for me. And I'm trying to keep it where it looks kind of a little square in like certain areas. I'm trying to keep the shapes where it's not like blending. You can still see like some shapes inside of it. Yeah, I'm like, look, I'm liking this. I think this is it. This is like the direction I'm going with this. I might like blend even more colors though. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I like that. Do like this. And then let's start working on Pomni. Pomni. I like Pomni. I think she's like a cool character. If I remember that, I think that is Bingo's favorite. Bingo's seen a little bit of it. She hasn't seen all of it. She did see a little bit of Digital Circus. And she thought it was neat in the beginning. Here, like this. Yeah, like in that dark, obviously. Bring those in a little bit. We could do this one as well. I like the bottom, the back arm is definitely in the dark. But the one in the front still has some lighting. The knee as well. It doesn't have like lighting, but it should still have a little bit. Now let's bring this in over here underneath the chin. There you go. Oh, wait. Bring that back a little bit. Yeah, I like this. Then let's do a little smaller one. Trying to give it like a little bit of like a lighting, like a shadow underneath. And then we could do like another shadow, like right here, just so you know it's like a separation of the characters. And then let's do another layer. That was an overlay, right? Yeah, it's an overlay. I think maybe for this one, I might do a normal layer. And we could just do what I like doing. You know what I'm talking about. We'll do like the highlights, the actual highlights. Here, right? Pull it back. Do the full-on highlights. I'm not actually not sold on that one. I was like looking at it, I'm like, there we go. That's why it was like a bad placement of the highlight. And same with this one. Oh, this one for sure needs the highlight, just because like I imagine it being like this. So this one, I want to go even farther. Now I want to bring it back just a little bit. Right? I'm like looking at, I think, oh, you guys can't even tell. I think like there. I think that's the direction I'm going with this one. Oh, I need the stitching. Now I look at it. The color for the stitching. What should I do with the stitching? Maybe like, do I want black? Just black? No, that looks bad. I was like, that looks bad. Do like this. How's that look visually? I really like that. That actually like made it pop. You know, these little thin bits. Oh. That like totally changed it. Yeah, that okay. I'm okay with that. Like they're not like they are dark. They're a little darker. But I think it looks interesting visually. There we go. I know, I'm just like going through like doo doo doo. Almost like rhythmic. You know, I'm almost going like a rhythmic beat with it. And I almost want to outline this. No, I don't like that. Keeping it away from that. I did like it, you know, like for like a moment, a brief moment, but I don't know. I'm like, the more I look at it, like, should I not? I don't know. I think, like I said, I'm still figuring it out. It looks more like a doll, right? After I did the stitching, I added the stitching to it. That's why I was like, I do like that. Like visually, I like it. Because that's the thing with Oris. Oris can be inanimate objects. They can be. Because they're not animals. They're not like actual animals like in Pokemon. Where I think that's like one of the bigger differences with Oris and Pokemon is Pokemon are animals. Like they really are. They're animals. They do have like some. There are some that are a little like golem-like, but in the end, they're still treated more like animals. Yeah. Like this. Where mine, they are not. They don't breathe. They don't eat. They don't. That's not like how they work, you know. Okay. And then I should do these. So like, I made these eyes, right? But I'm like thinking about how would they actually function? Would they be like buttons? You know what I mean? I made the eyes originally, but now that I think about it, should they be buttons? Because like now that I think about it, they probably would be very shiny. You know, like, I think we could do that. We could do that. I think it works visually. And look at that. Yeah, I think that works. And let's do this something over here. Ooh, I like that. That little glint I gave him. Yeah, a little bit there. Let's add a little white there. A little bit over here. I'm just like adding a little bit, you know. Some spots. And then like maybe add a little bit over here. I'm digging this. I'm digging this a lot. The more I look at them. And then let's do maybe like no. Maybe this one? I was like looking like, should I do the rim this color? 25? Maybe? No, like, not sure on that one. Let's go back. Go back. I think the color's okay, but I think this is like too thick. It's too thick. So like that. Right? And then I almost like I'm looking at it, I almost feel like I didn't go dark enough in certain areas. I feel like I didn't go dark enough as I usually do. Yeah. The more I look at it, I'll play with this a little bit. Like that. Blend that a little bit. Let's just, it's funny, like I don't need like an actual blending tool because of the way it is. Because I just like softly touch it and it'll just blend it for me. This brush, because it's supposed to be more realistic. So yeah, I'm giving it a little bit of like a glow that I always do. You know, I like it. I like adding this glow to my pieces. That is like one thing I would say for sure is like my signature. That's like, oh, I always do it in all my pieces. Let's do that one. Right? Yeah, okay, I'm liking this. And let's do a little bit underneath the lip right here. A little bit over here too. I just want to add a little bit just so you know that he has like a little bit of a chin. Not a lot. I don't want him like a lot of chin. Just like a little bit of a glow. And then we could do just over here, kind of like that. And fix his hands. Because the hands are, it looks like he got like, just like he dipped it. Right, he just like dipped his hands in it. There we go. Do the same for this. And the shadowy bits, we could add that. Yeah, I'm like looking at it. I'll figure out how I really do it. And like, as we go along, I'll probably improve how this looks, etc. There we go. Yeah, like if I'm looking at it, I think I didn't go dark enough in some areas. I think next time, not this piece, but I'm thinking another piece, we might go in like a darker shade than this one. So let's do a little bit of that. And then obviously I'm going to do a bunch here. Not a bunch, but you know what I mean, where it's more noticeable that she has the glow. And it's kind of hard. It's funny. It's kind of hard to see on these areas. Now let's do a little bit of like this, just so you could tell that she has it here. And bring it in over here a little bit. And I want to add a little bit in the middle. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And over here as well, blend that. Blend it. Should probably blend it with a little bigger one. He's like, that's what I like about the Wacom's. You're able to be very like precise with it compared to other things. I know someone asked me before if I ever painted with the mouse. I was like, no, I mean, I've tried it, but it doesn't feel good. You know, painting with the mouse does not feel good. Like this. And then I want to do something else. I was thinking about this. Let's do maybe like this one. This one I might change for that one. Just because I think it looks kind of cool for the outside. Oh yeah, I like that actually. I just threw some down and it already looks so different. You know? So different already. And it's funny because I just like threw down a little bit and it kind of pops it up. Hey Isabel, welcome in. I'm kind of like wrapping it up at this point. Only have like a few more minutes and I'll be done with this piece. I'm just doing like kind of like this glow music that I give these guys, the Oris. How you doing though? How's your day been? Is it like early for you? I don't remember. If it's earlier, I think it is on the early side for you, right? But yeah, like I know it's good. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I mean, I know you're usually on the YouTube, but it's interesting you jumped over here. Why? Any particular reason you went over here on Twitch? Are you just trying it out? You're like, hey, wait, he has a Twitch as well. Because I do have a Twitch. I did do it for a little bit on Instagram, remember? But Instagram is just so, it's just like, it's not made in a way I could do it easily, which made it very frustrating because I wasn't able to read the chat. if someone did comment, I had to actually like open Instagram and look at it there. And I was like, oh, that's not fun. Not even a little bit. And let's do this. Hell yeah, I like this. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, I like this. Like, it's my own piece. I'm just like liking the direction I'm going with this. I've been like going with like different directions, seeing what I like for this art. Oh man, I think I gotta like dust my space. I think that's what it is. You know, I feel like my space is too dusty. I need to like dust it. I have like too many knickknacks and I should dust them all. All right, let's do this. Oh, not what I wanted. Yeah, he's looking cool. I feel like he's looking cool for me at least. Let's do like the thinner one, like 8 on these. You know, I don't like a thinner. And then we could do a little bit on the top one as well. I don't know. Maybe not on the, well, like I'm looking at it. And how does that look visually? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't think I will have it leak into it. Maybe a little bit. Like if I did, it'll be like tiniest bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like that. The blue really is showing the spirit. Right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going with like this direction of, because like, so in the game, like I said, like all the art that you see in the game is not finalized, you know, it hasn't been. And so the thing I want to do, one of the things I have like planned in my head. So when you're far away from an Ori, I don't want you to be able to tell what it is. I actually want you, like, as you get closer, the more clear it looks. The farther away, it would look more like almost, in my mind, I almost imagine like crystal-like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a crystal, like a piece of like a crystal art. Sometimes if you have like a certain angle, you can't even see it. And then like as it rotates, then you could see, you're like, oh, so you see like the reflection of light. So I'm imagining in my head, far away, you wouldn't be able to tell what Ori it is. You're like, what is that? There's like a thing over there. As you get closer, it starts solidifying. That's what I really want to do, which is very possible in an engine. You know, to have something, because it does, they change. I don't know if you would know this in Unity, actually in any engine. I think Unity, Unreal, Godot, all of them can do it. Where you have this like, this how far something is, and it'll switch models. A lot of times you'll see in certain games, it'll look like really bad, like a really bad model. It is actually really funny because you look at it, you see these ugly models. You're like, what is that? You're like, it looks like super blocky. As you get closer, it like clips in to like looking a lot more detailed. Where I'm going like a different direction, where I'm thinking the farther it is, it's almost like I'm going, like I said, I want to go like more like crystal-like. So that I'm thinking I'll have like a model that I'm gonna make where it's like super simple, that is just like from far away, and as you get closer, it would blend into the actual model. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But we'll see. We'll see what I could do if I could get the effect that I have in my mind. You know? We'll see. But yeah, I think this is really making it pop the way I want it to. Let's do that. Because they're spirits. And I think that's one of the things a lot of people, when they look at them, they think they're like Pokemon. I'm like, no, they're not Pokemon. They're not supposed to be. They're almost, like I said, a blend of like Shaman King. I don't know if anyone's seen Shaman King, where they're like spirits. You know, so I imagine them kind of like Shaman King and Pokemon blended. That was like my best friend was actually the one who brought it up when I was explaining to him about my concept of my game. And he's like, so like Shaman King? I was like, yes, thank you. Because he knows I like Shaman King. And I was like, exactly, like Shaman King. Imagine Shaman King, but like also like Pokemon in a weird way. So that's what Ishi are. Ishi are kind of like Shaman in a weird way. But imagine in my world, everyone can see spirits. It's not unique seeing them. Where like, I know in like Shaman King, only shamans could see the spirits. Where in my world, everyone can see them. Just Ishi are the ones that the spirits are drawn to. They want to be near you. Like, oh my God, I love, like, what, why is this person so interesting? That is like the thing. They're drawn to you for positive or negative things. They can like be negative against you as well. Not all Oris will like you. You know, there will be some that you cannot bond with, which I think some people, when I spoke to some people about, they're like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, you can't bond with everybody. This doesn't work. You know, I was actually telling my daughter, Bingo, the other day about a boss experience. I was saying, like, what do you think of this? And she said, that sounds cool. Because like one of them, it's like a boss. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So the boss, its whole thing is that it wants you to like be with it. You know, it's like obsessed with you. That's like the whole thing of the boss. So it's gonna be actually obsessed with you, and it doesn't. And one of the skills it has is actually blocking off your Oris, because it doesn't want you to use Oris. It wants you to be with it. You know, and I think that's gonna be really cool when I do that. Like that. Okay, that's... Do I like that? That looks, yeah, that looks cool. I know. I'm like with my own stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Like, yeah, hopefully that's what I want. Because with art, I don't consider myself an artist. I consider myself more of a designer. But I do feel comfortable enough that I could draw pretty much anything if I really wanted to. If I really wanted to, like with enough time, I could probably do that. I could copy that. I don't feel like, oh, I can't do that. It's more like, oh, if I have enough time, I could probably copy that art style or whatever. That's like the level where I'm at. Where like, yeah, I'm comfortable with doing that. But obviously, I've seen some people who are amazing artists. They throw these things out effortless. For me, I'm like, no, I need to like actually think about it. You know, I'm like, okay, how do I do this? It's like, oh, I like dissect it. Where that's what I'm like, I'm playing with these different styles to see what I like for what I want to do with this Ori stuff. And I think this is it. This is the style I really like. So I'm using this brush for the outline, and then I'm using the middle brush. I guess I'll get rid of the last brush. So I don't need it. I didn't actually really use it now that I think about it. And let's go like a thinner one. Maybe like not that thin. For her, he's like, she will be overlaying on top of him. Maybe like 10. Yeah. I'm like trying to like keep in, there we go. They're both spirits. Even if she's like a little more solid looking, because she is like a doll. And he's like a little more floaty, because he's like based on like a fish, kind of. Well, he's like a fish body. It's not that he's a fish. That's what I mean when I do it. It's like when I do the role for the body, I'm not saying like, oh, he's a fish. He's not a fish. He just has that fish-like body. Like the movement is where I'm thinking more so. Which is funny, as I was thinking about right now, Mr. Ghost, when I did his, it was like very fish-like. Just because like if I remember, he wasn't there that day. So I was like, okay, I got a fish body, and I was still figuring it out. There we go. Yeah, I like this a lot, actually. There we go. Do like this. Go into that. And yeah, I feel like it's actually working out time-wise as well. Because I was looking at the time, and I was like, yeah, it's almost like perfect. We're gonna finish very soon. And the 2-hour mark is coming up soon as well. Yeah, I was like looking at it. It's like, do I want to? No. I was like, yeah, that's good. And the fun thing about this, it gives like a little bow to it. Didn't you know it's rude thinking about people when they're not here? No. Why would it be rude? Especially when you're talking positive things. You're saying it's rude to talk negative things. That's what it is. To talk badly about people when they're not here, that's what you're talking about. That's rude. Talking about people in general is not rude. But I know what you're talking about. You're saying when you're talking about someone who is not there to defend themselves, that is very rude. You should never do that. If you're going to insult someone, you should be comfortable enough to say it into their face. But I did not insult you. I was talking about when I did yours, which you were also a fish body. But I was saying how the bodies are not so much like they're fish. It's more how the body would move. I don't like, actually, it doesn't have to be a fish. Just means like how I would rig it. That's how I have it in mind. And we'll do this into that. Hey, I like it. I think it's looking good. Right? What do you guys think? And then let's do the bottom. Just do some shading. Let's grab, I think, a bigger one. Slightly darker. Right? It's funny, I did like the green as like a fill-in. Oh my god, it's coming along so great. Ah, thank you so much. Sometimes people be rude to me and I tell them to stop. I mean, yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta shut it down. Great, looks nice. Ah, thank you. But yeah, that's like when I think about it, at least in school, right? I never really had any bullies. I think a few times people tried to bully me as a kid. But just because like I was like so used to having rude family members, I just shut that down like super quick. Overalls. No, I mean like I incorporated the color with the eyes. I didn't actually do that. No, I didn't do the gloves either. You know, I just did like this. I'm already done. I just finished like right now as we're talking. No, I just did like him as if like it was like if he was an Ori. I mean, I could have done the colors more, but I wanted to simplify his character, especially since he's so noodly, you know? And I also gave Pomni a lot of detail. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. And it's really helped me a lot with the direction I want to go with my art for Oris. And I think it looks cool. I think it looks fun. It's very distinctive, which is like the main thing I wanted from this. I was like, yeah, I think this is like, it feels when you look at it. Can I get a pic? No, I mean, I share. I do share. Oh, I should share. You're not in the Discord, right? I usually put in the Discord. But, hold it. I will share it. I'll just put it on the YouTube, okay? Now let's do digital. See? And then I'll share it right now. Here, I'll post it just so you could grab it. Yeah, no, I know you're not on there. That's what I'm saying. I could just like post it. on here on the Discord. I'll just do like while we're talking anyways. I mean, I have like 9 minutes, so I can just talk a little bit. Let's do community, and I'll just drop it in. I really should just like, oh, hold up. That's like work stuff. I'm like looking at my stuff. My 150 special. Ooh, nice. I need to download Discord. You don't need to. You know, you don't need to, but like it is one of those things. It's just easier to communicate with fans and like, you know, like to like people to hang out. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I did it, because I was like, oh, I want to be able to talk to people when I do streaming and stuff like that. Where is it? Streams, drawings, finished. Oh, here it is. Let's see, and I'll do, let's see, just finished my piece. Wait, no, just finished a drawing. Should do, just finished a drawing of Jax and Pomni if they were in my game. Things like that. There we go. Oh no, I should probably do like hashtag game dev. I was about to forget the hashtags. Digital circus. There we go. Is that it? Ta-da! I posted it. I'm doing my favorite YouTuber for my 150. Can you smile with the art? What do you mean? Me smiling? I don't know. I guess. But no, I just posted it. You can check it out. It should be in the community. So check the community. It should be there. Is it? I was like, it should be. Newest. There it is. Okay. It is. It is here. Ta-da! All right. I'm out of here, guys. Either way, my washing machine is... No, it's my dryer. No, washing machine. Washing machine's being very loud. I need a pick for my 150 special. I'm going to take a pick right now. Okay. With you in it. Ah, okay. I know, right here? There? I don't know. I forget where my camera is. It's over there, though. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much, Abstract. Thank you so much, Isabel. Thank you so much, OG Mr. Ghost Flopix. Thank you so much. Hold on. I know there's a few people. Great Atlas, Ripper Gamer, Jazzy J Wolf. Thank you so much. Who else? Is that everybody today? It might have been. I did say Atlas and Ripper, and I think that's it for everyone who actually participated in the conversation in the chat, and all the lurkers. Thank you guys. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Miss Cloud Chica. Thank you. You usually say hi. I think you're one of the lurkers. That's why. And to all the lurkers, thank you guys so much for hanging out, liking, subscribing, sharing the videos. All that stuff really does help me out. Thank you. Hope to see you all very soon and see you next time. Goodbye.